What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, that hurt because I'm angry. Take number 2. I got all the way to the end of the review. I was just saying thank you for watching and my battery died. Didn't save it, so I get to redo the whole video. That's okay. I'm not mad. We have a battle belt we're going to talk about today. It's from AWS Advanced Warfighter Solutions. It's their lab belt, lightweight assault belt. I think that's what it's called. If I mess it up, I'm sorry. 3 things before we get started. This thing is very configurable and very, very sturdy. Like if you hold this thing up, it does not flex, it does not bend. Very, very sturdy. And we're going to go through the configurability. Is that a word? But it's very, very configurable. I like how AWS laid it out. What else did I have? I want to thank my buddy Phil. This is his belt. Good dude, good patriot, local guy to me. I thought his belt was really nice. He said, here, take it for a little while and review it. And that's very, very nice of Phil. I also want to encourage you to subscribe, but only if you think I deserve it. Throughout this video, if you think I deserve it, subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. Doesn't hurt you. Yay for that. All right, the configurability. So you start off and you choose the size belt, 1.5 or 2 inches. You choose black or FDE. You choose waist size, 28 to 43 inches. There's 5 different colors of the outer belt you can choose from. You can even choose a bunch of different D-rings. No D-ring, with a D-ring, D-ring with paracord. You can choose the color of the inner belt, and then you pick from a huge selection of pouches. Pistol pouches, rifle pouches, shotgun shell pouches, 40mm pouches. They have different size dump bins, different size IFAK pouches, tourniquet holders. You get the point. I'm not going to go on and bore you. The one thing I really like is they have these lab pouches, that they call them, lab panels. What they are is they're Molle pouches. So there's Velcro on the inside and the outside of these pouches. So the Velcro that's on the inside sticks to the outer belt and holds it in place. And there's also Velcro on the outside of the panel, which will stick to the inner belt to once again hold it in place. And that goes back to the configurability and the sturdiness of the belt that you're going to hear me talk about. Inside the inner belt, this was pretty slick, is it's just this little tiny piece of plastic. And what this does, you slide it into that panel. So as you're moving the panel back and forth in the belt, if that Velcro keeps on sticking to the outer belt, it's going to be pretty much impossible to move it along. So you stick this little piece inside and it separates the Velcro so you can move it around easier. And I usually use like a screwdriver or something, but this was a lot easier, a lot nicer. I kind of moved the pouches around and played with it, and I thought that was a really, really good deal. If I didn't say what these panels do, on the outside of the panel, it's just Molle. So there's a ton of pouches and accessories and just things out there, whatever you want to put in your battle belt that works with Molle. So this allows you to put some standard Molle accessories on here. My buddy has 2 pistol and a rifle pouch hooked on Molle. And that is kind of cool. All right, let's talk about this specific belt because there's a couple other things I want to call out. They use a very, very nice Cobra buckle, high quality, could definitely support my weight. He went with the D-ring, not only the standard D-ring, he got the paracord wrapped one as well. Cool. He got a hook for his gloves or whatever snack gummy bears he hangs off there. There's 2 of those lab panels that I mentioned a second ago. He has 2 pistol pouches hanging off one and a rifle pouch hanging off the other. Again, you set it up however you want. Now the dump pouch, let's talk about the dump pouch a little. Once again, on the outside of the dump pouch, there's Velcro, and that will help the inner belt stick more. On the inside of the dump pouch, again, there's more Velcro, and that's going to help you stick to the outer belt. I hope your mind can wrap around all this. If not, just trust me, it works. Now on the outside, there's more Velcro. So if you want to get a Tiberious patch and stick a Tiberious patch on here, you can. And it's also held in place with a buckle. So this thing is really not going anywhere. As you can see, it rolls up so it stays nice and small, out of the way. It's a good sized dump pouch. Again, they have 2 different sizes. There's this mesh webbing, very high quality. I dig it. My favorite thing about the dump pouch on the back side of it is where you keep your med pouch. I love when companies do creative things to maximize space on your belt. Belt real estate is at a premium, so this was a great idea. You just pull either way and the med pouch pulls out. Hopefully you have quality med gear in there because that med gear could be used on you as much as somebody else. And simple, high quality, works well, cool. He also went with a separate tourniquet holder, which I thought was great. My man Phil has a big brain. This is very easy to see, and if you need something like right away, it's very easy to get. It's there. You pull it, put the tourniquet on. He didn't store it correctly, so I'll give him crap about that. but the pouch is high quality. Again, Velcro on both sides so it doesn't move. And yes, you should have a tourniquet on your battle belt. If not, carry one every single day in your pocket or a bag, whatever. I carry one. I carry a SWAT in my back pocket because a cat is hard to carry. Holsters. Man, I'm talking a lot. Holsters. He went with the QLS system, which is a great system. It allows you to clip the holster on and off very easily, very high quality. You do whatever you want, but that QLS system is great. Now the inner belt, a couple things I want to call out about the inner belt as well. One, it has a little tab here, so when you're taking the belt off after your range day, it's very easy to pull that tab. I mentioned that little polymer piece that stores inside the belt. I thought that was really cool. The inner belt and the outer belt are both stitched very nicely, and they're much thicker and reinforced than most, especially the inner belt. A lot of the battle belts I've seen over the years have a very thin, cheesy, flimsy inner belt. This is so thick. It is thick and sturdy enough to be used as a standalone gun belt. So what I do in the morning when I'm on my way to the range, I put the inner belt through my pants, through my belt buckles like you do any other belt, and I put my concealed carry on. This is thick enough to support that weight comfortably. When I get to the range, I take my concealed carry off. I wrap the outer belt around the inner belt. If you don't know how this works, I'm helping you out here. And the Velcro holds it together. And again, because both of these are so thick and sturdy and reinforced, it stays in place. We did a bunch of running and gunning. It does not move. Yay. Last three things before you go home. I want to call out the stitching. The stitching is super reinforced, very consistent, very high quality. Good to go. They don't just hand this belt to a person and say, here, go stitch this. They actually have a computer-based program. This engineers, every belt is stitched the same way, so you can ensure that it's very high quality and it's going to hold up. It's made in the USA with USA material, and it's TAA and Berry compliant. If you're in the military, you know what I mean. If not, don't worry, it doesn't affect you. Carry. And testing, again, I've had this for about a month. My buddy Phil let me borrow it. I go to the range 2 or 3 times a week. That's how many times I used it. Different pistols I used. If you care, I used a Staccato XC. I used my X5 Legion, Shadow Systems, Springfield Prodigy, maybe a couple more. You get the idea. I'm always testing different guns. All of those pistol pouches fit in these Kiwis. The Staccato XC were very tight, but it did fit. As far as rifles, those all take the same mag, so it doesn't matter, but I used several different AR-15s. Most of the training I did was, a lot of one-ups, a lot of drawing from the holster, a lot of magazine exchanges. I mentioned those because the belt is all being used with those type of drills. We did a lot of running and gunning as well, and all of those are a great way to make sure the belt is good to go, it's sturdy, it stays in place. We did all that, and it stayed in place. I also wore it on a night shoot as well. Not that this is very specific for a belt, but we're at night shooting under nods, a little bit of low light, mostly nods, and again, the belt is sturdy and good to go. So pros, it's thick, very thick, especially the inner belt. They did a great job. It's well thought out. I really like that little plastic piece that allows you to move the lab panels up and down the belt. I thought that was very slick. Very configurable. You can buy just the outer belt if that's all you have the funds for right now, and that's a great price, starting at $65 just for the outer belt. And if you're not sure what pouches, or you don't have the funds to buy the pouches as well, you can start with the outer belt and add whatever pouches you want over time. Just very affordable. The Cobra buckle is good. The stitching is great. The inner belt, I want to call that out one more time because it's very thick and it stays in place really well. As far as cons, I have none. I think it's a high quality belt. It's well thought out. I would not change anything. The only thing I cannot comment on personally is the long-term durability. I've only had this a month. With that said, all my research, I did a bit more research on this than normal. I saw nothing bad, no negative comments. Everything I saw on this company was very good. And I did a bit more research than normal because I was not very familiar with this company, and everything seems good to go. All right, let me thank my man Phil. Let me thank Blackout Coffee. They are not the sponsor of the video or anything, but I love it. It's delicious. There's a link and a coupon code down below. Hands down the best tasting coffee I've ever had. If you want to support the channel, again, shirts, patches, get them. If you like them, great. If not, I still love you. Like, comment, subscribe, enable the bell notifications. I gotta go. My wife's calling me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.